Hi, it's ChickenboneJohn here, and I just want to talk about what I've got on my bench at the moment, which is a couple of these 3-string resonator guitars. Okay, this is one I've just finished. As you can see, it's got bronze hardware, hand wound pickup, and I think one or two people were interested in a few of the details, because somebody saw one of these, and this is one of the cover plates. These were designed for ukulele, so they got 4 string holes, so the ball end of the strings can hook into here, or you can put a knot in a nylon string and hook them into there. For a 3-string, slightly different. So what I do is I make this little stop tailpiece. There's a little more to it than meets the eye. I've got one here which I'm building. So here it is, and you can see it bolts through the 2 outer string holes. Now one thing which I remember when I was making these, I realized that there was no electrical continuity with the strings in terms of grounding it when using electric pickup. So what I've introduced here, and if you can see it, there's a piece of aluminium which the ball ends of the strings rest against, and it's bent and goes underneath this, so it's trapped, so you've got continuity, so that it's earthed or grounded all the way through. We'll just have a look at one which is here. Let's bring this, turn this around a wee bit. So the cover plate is just resting on there. So I say I've explained how this is got the earth continuity or ground continuity, and just here we bring the earth wire up from the body, so it's trapped underneath the edge of the cover plate. I'll just take that, just sits in there, so you can see there's a soundwell which rests on these 2 strakes, which is stiffening the body. And you can see on here we've got 4 fixings for the neck, and this adjuster screw which pushes against the back of the neck, so we can actually tilt it. So the neck on this simply slides out, so you can see that's cut to accommodate, so it goes underneath the well. And here's the body. I can open it up. And this is what we have inside. So the neck fits in here, like that. And as you can see, you can actually push this screw will push up and allow the neck to rise. So you've got a tilt neck action there. So the neck's located with these 2 long stringers. There's a packer in the bottom of the box. Here's your adjuster for the neck. The box, we have these made up in birch plywood. We've got these corners, so the top and the bottom are firmly located, because once this thing's together, all of this is pulling on the top. So this also really needs to be continuous. Now we've also got this soundwell. You can see there's a soundwell with a lip on the bottom, which the resonator sits in. You have to be quite careful with your wiring. See, on this one we got a humbucker, and they've got the tone and volume here on the side. On the other one they're both here, so that's a bit tight to fit all that in. With this one, because there's quite a distance between the volume and the tone, I've used shielded wire it's the red stuff at the back, the same as this, to link the volume and the tone. Here you can see the earth or the ground wire, which goes up through a little drilling, comes out of the top, and that's trapped with the top. So there's all these little things you need to think about when you're making one. Generally speaking, this needs to be pretty accurate. You know, you can't move the bridge around, only maybe just by a couple of mil by shuffling the cone. So the position of that has to be accurate. The action also, you know, you can trim a little bit off the saddle, but again, there's not a huge amount of leeway. That's why we make them with this tilt neck. So yeah, that's how we make our resonator guitars. They are an expensive guitar. There's a lot of work and a lot of experience goes into making these. We got this right. You do need quite a lot of space. So if you're thinking of making one of these, you know, you need enough room to get this cover plate on and get your electrics in and all the rest of it. So not an easy first time build. The more you make, the more experience you get at doing it. So yeah, I've just got that other one just finished up. This is very nearly finished, so we'll be just the wiring's all done on this, so I'll be doing the final assembly. We'll fit this all together. Then quite often, you know, we'll need to tinker with the neck to get the action right and the bridge. Oh, these new cover plates, these are a bit nicer than the old ones because you can actually take this handrest off. It's really annoying if you're doing a setup and you need to get to the bridge. You usually have to take the strings off, take the cover plate off to get to the cone, which is sitting in here. These newer ones, they've got little it's bolted on, it's screwed on, so you can take the cover plate, the handrest off, and work on the bridge while it's still there, which is a little bit handier than having to take everything apart. Anyway, so yeah, that's our resonator guitar. As you may see, it's got this very cool headstock. This is borrowed unashamedly from the designs of Christian Bishaw, who did a couple of guitars for Hollabelly. He's got these fretless guitars. They've got this very cool headstock. Give you a nice break angle actually over the nut. They are fiddly to make. You know, you need a good set of this you know, Spanish style tuners or slotted headstock tuners. But there you go. So this one, I'm leaving this for a few days because the strings will compress the cone down under the tension of the string. So I'll let it settle before I do the final adjustment. But because we've got this tilt neck in here and we can tilt the neck up and down to tinker with the action, we don't need to keep recutting the bridge saddle. I'll probably need to just tinker with the nut a wee bit just to get the action just so. That's not glued in at the moment. And there you go, 3-string resonator guitars from ChickenboneJohn. If you want one, ask us. We don't often keep these as a stock item. They tend to be custom built. It's amongst our most expensive guitars. I make no bones about that. There's a lot of work and a lot of experience in them, but they're amazingly loud for an acoustic instrument, and they sound very cool when you plug them in. So even through an amp, it's still got that reso sort of honk to it, that twang.